Welcome back to the Adulthood podcast, baby.
Hi guys.
This episode 27 coming out October 16th. Woof. We are in the middle of fall. Shout out to all our fall birds. Shout out to people at pumpkin spice, at pumpkin patches, picking apples, at wineries, doing all that fall stuff, man. I always say fall is my favorite season. And thank y'all for spending y'all fall, at least your Mondays, listening to us. This episode 27, like I said, continue to like, share, and subscribe, and get the word out. If you want to see me on the road, this is October, so I'll be in Detroit this weekend. I'll be at the House of Comedy the 20th and the 21st. Next weekend, I'm in Houston, H-Town.
What it do, baby?
The 27th and the 28th. And the following week, I'm going to the Bay Area, the Punchline in San Francisco from the 1st to the 4th. Go to ianlaralive.com for tickets and more road dates. The tour continues. I'm going to pick up more dates for the fall. And thank you guys who've been coming out and supporting. I really appreciate it. This is another funny episode where we break down strip talk. We break down going to the strip club and different stories from my experiences at the strip club, which you'll know when you listen to the podcast, but it's only been 5 times. Thank you guys for listening. Shout out to all the adulterers. I'm Ian Lara, DJ APM.
You know we talk that strip talk.
Peace. Marty, we good?
Are we live?
Is this thing started?
Yeah.
Marty McFly, we live?
Welcome back to the Adulthood podcast.
Hi guys.
This is episode 27,
Yes.
October 16th, coming at you live and direct from New York City in the middle of fall, baby.
Yep.
The best. There's nothing better than this. Thank you. Shout out to all the Adulthood listeners, the
That's
adulterers.
That's you.
I was on the road this weekend. I was in, where was I? I was in Springfield, Massachusetts.
Okay.
And people came out to the show, and I had a couple people come out to the show and tell me that they love the podcast and they listen to the podcast.
Fire. Big shout out to Springfield.
Yeah, I had this one girl. I didn't get her name. She didn't tell me her name, but she came with her boyfriend, and she was like, she listens, like as soon as it drops, she listens, and she tells her boyfriend to listen, and she dragged him out. And I was like,
That's fire. That's fire. Monday morning madness.
Because the good thing about this podcast is we don't lean. I know Marty disagrees with this, but we don't lean towards one gender.
No.
You know, we're universal. We support all
neutral.
All, like you could listen to this as a female, you can listen to this as a male, as a they. We're a non-binary podcast.
We are the Switzerland of podcasts. Neutral. You know what I'm saying? We're here. We cater for everybody.
Yeah, and code and white.
Yes.
If this is your first time listening to the Adult Hub podcast, basically we're just a group. Listen, we're not therapists technically, right? We don't have a degree in this. We're not technically qualified. We're certified.
Do you even need that in 2023?
We don't. This is not a dating podcast.
Nope.
We personally hate the dating podcast.
The worst.
This is a health and wellness podcast.
Health and wellness.
The number one health and wellness podcast
in the world. Yeah.
And we're here. I'm DJ APM. This is my co-host.
Ian Lara.
And we do this podcast every week. It comes out Monday. What time does it come out, Marty? Monday, 4 a.m.?
4 a.m.?
4 a.m.
But it comes out at 4
We want the
a.m.
hoes to hear it first.
We want the hoes. We want the Uber drivers, anybody who's delivering, anybody who's on their way to their shift or off their shift. This is for
coming
y'all.
out, leaving the club.
Yep.
The podcast released at the time the club lets out.
Yep. This is, if you're on your walk of shame, your ride of shame.
If you're at the club on Sunday until 4 a.m.
This is for you.
This is for you.
This is definitely for you.
We want you to get home drunk, get some halal food, and turn on the Adulthood
Pod.
Boys.
Yes.
How was your weekend, man?
My weekend was fantastic. I would like to say that we are the Deion Sanders, the Colorado of podcasts. We came out of nowhere and now we're just everybody's favorite. But we've been telling you this. I got my hat on. I got my shades. My weekend was actually pretty dope. Big shout out to Code in Queens. We got the new brunch that kicked off, and it's a real dope spot. It's one of those spots that it's fun. Do you ever have those spots where it's fun to do comedy in? It's just there's an energy about it?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, this one was the opposite of the answer, whereas I just couldn't wait to play music in there.
It was good?
Yeah.
There
was about
nice. As soon as you got there, the energy was good?
The vibe is good. The system is good. They got a big LED screen. It felt like some Vegas shit. So
Love
I was just
LED
like, oh,
screen.
yeah.
This is in Queens?
This is in Queens.
What part?
Astoria.
Oh,
right
really?
on Steinway. Yeah.
And it's good?
It's dope.
Oh, I got to check that out. When is it?
So
Saturday,
the brunch is on Sundays, and then they open Friday and Saturday for
How's
the
the
club.
food?
Food's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got a chef, world-class chef, brunch food,
Is
chicken and
brunch back?
waffles.
Brunch is back because I felt like brunches had took some time off.
I mean, I think everybody caught COVID, so brunch caught COVID too. But
Yeah.
brunch is back.
Brunch is back?
Yeah.
Good. It's
You
good to hear.
you can get your chicken and waffles and hookah on during the day.
Good to hear.
Yeah.
And how long? What time are you on?
So it's the brunch runs from 1 to like 6 or 7. Depending
You're
on
playing
how
music
busy.
that whole
no,
time?
No. But my set was only 1 to 5.
Oh,
yeah, so
I mean, that's just an hour less. Yeah. Damn. Now,
Yeah.
is there a point where the brunch gets...
Where it takes off?
Yeah, what's the brunch time where universally everywhere in the country at this time on a Sunday,
Someone's
the brunch is
brunching?
popping?
I think it depends on how late the brunch goes, but I think if you're doing a 1 to 7, right around 4,
4 is a
people
sweet
like
spot?
to be late.
Like you can walk into any brunch spot
At 4
in
p.m.
the country at 4 p.m.
and it should be
and
rocking.
it should be jumping.
It should be rocking.
Yeah.
It should be jumping.
If it's not, they're doing something wrong.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah. Now, people getting bottled. Is this a mimosa?
Oh, this is you get a bottle with your entree, and then you can do the bottles on the side too. I saw some people popping bottles out there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Is there
so-
a dance floor?
There's a dance floor, and we had go-go dancers, which was nice to look at.
Why? When did they start this? The go-go dance. Who was asking for that? No, shout out to all the go-go dancers.
I
but
think it's
the brunch with my scrambled eggs.
I think it's
and
basically-
go-go dancers. I don't know.
It's a PG-13 version of the strip club because the strip club runs everything. So
Yeah.
everybody's trying to make their own little money. So why not have go-go dancers with your eggs?
Did I tell you about the first time I ever went to the strip club and almost got thrown out like Carlton?
Ladies
like
and gentlemen-
Jazz from Fresh Prince?
Ladies and gentlemen, as the what is it? The polls would suggest, story time with E and Lara. No, you haven't.
Oh man. Well, first of all, I want to say that this was a long time ago. It was
Okay.
before the Me Too era. Things were different. I did not know. I'm not a strip club guy.
You're not a connoisseur?
No, I'm not a strip club guy. I've never been. I was about 20 years old.
Okay.
I never been to the strip club. I was in Vegas, which I learned later on. In Vegas, the strip clubs are not like,
New
it's not
York.
like Atlanta.
No.
It's a very commercialized
Yes.
type of strip club. So I went to the strip club. My friend, I'm in Vegas with an old coworker. First time in Vegas. I'm 22. I'm feeling 22.
Is this the coworker that used to walk around with Lemonsaul in his pocket?
No,
Okay,
this
so
is not
another
him.
guy. Okay.
But he's down that.
That lane.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
All
He's
right.
that type of.
All right.
So we're in Vegas. We go to a strip club. No lie, I was 22 years old. I had maybe I went to Vegas for 3 days. I had maybe $200 in my pocket and maybe $300 in my bank account.
Okay.
So for the whole worst case scenario, if I get kidnapped and they need a ransom, I have $500.
$500 to your name. That's your net worth.
That's what I have, which
Okay.
is a lot more than what Marty took to Africa.
Okay.
So I know a lot
Let's
of you guys
keep
are
that in
judging me.
context.
Yeah, but
Yeah, let's
I'm in
keep
the
that in
United
context.
States. Marty was in another continent.
Yeah.
In a language she didn't speak
At all.
and she had $17.
Chasing the rain.
Not that we're comparing, but
No.
I'm just saying.
Absolutely.
So we go to the strip club, right? And it was one of those chains, Sapphire.
Sapphire. Yeah. Okay.
And
Ricks.
and I don't know how to act. I'm standing there. I don't know where to put my hands. I'm at the strip club like this. I'm standing there like this, like a mummy. I
Like
don't know.
the hangman.
And
Yeah.
people's like,
What are you
relax.
doing?
I'm like, I don't know how to relax. I've never been in this type of environment.
It's just coochie everywhere.
Yeah, so I'm just standing there like this, and my friend thought it would be. He was like, "Well, let's get you a lap dance," and I was
Whoa.
like, "How does that work?" I didn't
Whoa.
know what lap dances were.
Whoa.
I mean, I knew what they were in theory, but I didn't know how they work. I didn't know the rules, right? So my friend asked, he's like, so, a young lady comes over and she's like, oh, do you want a lap dance? And my friend's like, he does. And and I'm like, how does this work? And she was like, well, you just sit there and I'll give you a lap dance for the song. And then in Vegas, it's like not different. You're kind of not just throwing money. You get that. You just pay them straight up. I think they even take Venmo. Like you don't even need cash.
Okay.
You just give them the money.
Okay.
And so I paid the $20, and she starts giving me a lap dance. And you know me, man. I have the gift of gab.
That's your superpower.
Yeah, I'm where you from?
Yeah.
Oh, what brings you around here?
Yeah.
A pretty girl like you. I'm saying all the things.
Oh,
I'm saying all the things.
you're in action.
Yeah.
Okay.
And she's kind of talking back. She's kind of like, oh, I'm from LA. I'm just trying to pay my way through whatever school she was trying to pay her way through. And I'm like, oh yeah, like this is such a good way. This is before OnlyFans and stuff.
Yeah.
So The songs are about, they shorten the songs.
Short,
I learned this.
2 minutes.
Yeah, they shorten the songs.
Yeah.
They don't play the full 3 verses.
No. 2 minutes.
These are like seconds. These are like TikTok songs that they dance
This was
into.
pre-TikTok.
Yeah. So in the middle of it, like we're going back and forth, we're talking. She takes my hand and puts it like on her body. And I'm like, I don't know the rules. I didn't know if you're allowed to touch, So I got my hand on her body and she starts like kissing on my neck.
Whoa.
Yeah. This is a young girl too. She was like, I was 21. She was probably like 20. So we the same thing. So she starts like kissing on my neck. And my friend who has been to strip clubs, he sees this and he knows that doesn't go in strip clubs.
That doesn't happen.
So he's like, what is happening? Like this is his first dance and he's damn near making out with this girl.
Was her name any type of candy related?
Yeah, luscious, I mean, it was some type of
sweet
holiday treat, some type of Christmas time.
Something needs to be unwrapped.
Entenmann's cake, something.
Yeah, definitely.
And so like, she's like, we're like, and he's like, no, this is crazy. He's like, maybe the strip clubs in Vegas are like this.
Oh,
so he's like, I want to get a dance. But he doesn't want to take my girl.
No, of course.
So he calls another girl to get a dance, right? And then my song ends. By the way, she's like, hey, do you want to go into like the champagne
private room?
The private room. Right? Whoa. Yeah. And I'm naive. I went to Catholic school. I don't know about this life. I'm like, what do you do in the private room? And she's like, well, it's a private dance and it's longer. And she's like, we get to do more. And I'm like, all right, I don't know what more is, but this sounds intriguing.
Yeah.
As a single guy, this sounds intriguing. A 22-year-old single guy.
And this is your first time.
Yeah. And I'm like, yeah, strip clubs are dope. And I'm like, well, how much is the private room? And I think she hits me with like $400 for 20 minutes, something like that. Mind you, I'm in Vegas with $500. That's what I got for the month.
That's your max. That's your cap.
That's not only what I have for Vegas. That's what I have for the month.
That's your monthly.
So the next time I get paid. Yeah.
Okay.
I have $500.
I follow.
But you're in a strip club. Like they're pumping oxygen into the room. Yeah. There's drinks flowing. There's titties. Like you get lightheaded.
And let me tell you something. Being lightheaded around some titties is not a good combination.
No, it ain't good.
You'll empty out your whole bank account. And then on top of that, the ATM fees, what, $60 to take out $20 or something?
Yeah, like that? It's like, I mean, they know what they're doing. They know what they're doing. This is not a failing business model.
Yeah, no, it's not.
And I'm not even a strip club guy, but I'm thinking, how much? $500? I don't really need $500. What do I need money for?
You're not even thinking.
No, I'm like, I might as well just give her all the $400 and get a private dance
for 20 minutes.
I'll be helping out like the economy. I'm helping a girl go through dental school,
stimulus package.
So I'm thinking, I'm like a philanthropist, kind of.
Yeah.
So my friend, he wants to be part of it too. He's like, oh nah, you could do everything in the strip club.
He's into philanthropy also.
Yeah, he's like, I want to help out the community too. If So he calls a girl over for a date. They stumble over. He's like, hey, baby girl, short. I don't know how to talk.
All the lingo.
Yeah, I don't know how to talk in the strip club.
Yeah.
But he calls one over, and she comes over and starts dancing with him. And as she begins her dance, My Girl Leaves. It's a new song.
Yeah.
My Girl Leaves. So now I'm just watching, right? I'm watching what's about to play out. Yeah. So, my friend, he's excited. He's getting a dance. He's excited. So he's like, he thinks that what I had is universal. A universal rule for the club. So I see him as he's getting a dance. He goes to like grab her chest, touch it, like massage, not grab, like massage her chest. When I say immediately, the girl turns around, mushes his head back. Security comes, puts a hand like on his shoulder and like drags him out, like lifting up the shirt, drags him out and throws him out the strip club like he's Jazzy Jeff in Fresh Prince. Oh! Yeah, that's how he got thrown out the strip club. Yeah, and when we left, he just got up like how Jazz just get up. He just got up. He just got up, Dick, and then we just walked off. And I was like, are you good? And he was like, yeah. Man, it's what happens.
In West Philadelphia, born and raised.
That was over 10 years ago. That's my Vegas story.
On the strip clubs where you spent most of your days.
Yes, sir.
That's crazy. They bounced him. They bounced his ass out of there.
Yeah, apparently when you get lap dances, you're not allowed to massage
the boobies.
The women. Yeah, I think I just had a good situation.
And she put your hands on.
Yeah, and she put my hands. Yeah. And because I had the mummy hands.
Yeah. So
I was getting a lap dance like this.
Anybody who's working in the vicinity can see that Yeah, if you're going for mummy hands and she grabs your mummy hands, I think that's that's consent.
Yeah,
in the strip club.
At least in 2013 it was.
Yeah, definitely.
Now you need all types of waivers and stuff.
Oh yeah, definitely. I think you need your blood type too before. Like,
but then it was the thing. Marty, you ever been to a strip club?
You don't seem like the strip club type.
Never in your
Not
life?
one time.
You think you would enjoy it?
Probably not.
Why?
Because it kind of seems like a weird vibe.
It seems like a weird.
We can't cut it out, Ian. What are you talking about?
It seems like a weird vibe.
Yeah, like that whole story. I'm like, oh, that feels awkward.
What if it's like an earthy strip club, like where they have crystals
and they recycle?
Yeah, and they're
vegan?
playing like Alanis Morissette and stuff. Like,
are you asking me if they make like a white girl strip club?
Yeah,
I think they're mostly white girl strip clubs.
I would go.
Would you? Like you guys
just went and got your tarot card reading.
Yeah. It's just boobies and but you crochet and stuff.
Yeah,
like that would seem like up your alley.
Is that what you think of me? That I sit around and you're not wrong.
That's what I think of you. For sure. Yeah.
I'm just saying you give that kind of vibe, like very earthy,
Yeah. If they're like clothes they were ripping off was made out of wicker.
Yeah.
I
candles.
feel like you would be like,
I'm kind of over my wicker phase.
Yeah.
Okay?
You're past the wicker phase?
Yeah.
Past the wicker
Another
phase.
white girl over her wicker phase. I've seen that. Whew. When they're young, they love it. Then they get older and they're like, let me go back home.
It's that was a waste of time. Yeah. I know how it goes.
How'd you get over your wicker phase?
Well, I bought this like really cute wicker basket and it had like white trim on it. It was like a whole vibe. And I understand that this isn't about my white basket that I got that had the trim.
Yeah.
But I was like organizing art supplies last night and I looked at it and I was like, this is kind of ick. Like, I don't like it.
That was just last night?
Yeah.
Oh, you
wow,
just
this is fresh.
Yeah, this is brand new.
Because you said wicker, and I was like, no, I know for sure I don't like wicker.
This
Hot
is
off
fresh.
the press. Yeah, there you have it.
I
To
do
all our
know.
listeners who love Marty McFly, she doesn't. Don't send her a wicker basket.
Don't send her no wicker at all.
Do not send her a wicker basket.
I feel like the strip club that you would attend has like white crystal lights, like Christmas lights. It's very like ambiance-y.
I don't think I have anything against it. I just don't know.
Do you think you would prefer a male strip club or a
No.
woman, a female?
I don't think either.
But if you had to pick.
If I had to pick, probably a female. Is there a lesbian strip club?
Yeah, there's
I
all
I think they're all
types.
lesbian strip clubs.
No dudes at all?
Strip clubs?
No dudes at all?
No dudes at
Or
all?
like not no dudes at all, but just like I just don't feel like it's a vibe that I would necessarily be like, yeah, like I don't know.
I think you just gave us an idea. No dudes at all. That might be our strip club that we open up.
That's what it's called.
Yeah, but we're gonna allow dudes.
Because they're the ones that
they're the ones
easier to
with
get
the
swindled.
money.
Yeah, they're easier to get swindled.
They're spending the money.
Like the thought that they could possibly have something go on with the stripper is what's been funding America since
The no dudes at all
1776.
is the workers.
Yeah.
All women,
All
even the
women.
bouncers.
Yeah.
That would be cute. That would be cute. Although I feel like if there was a strip club of just gay girls, it would like you would
They'll start a softball team or something.
Yeah. It wouldn't last long. Like everybody would marry each other. It would become like incestuous. Like
They'd do construction. They'd probably become carpenters.
And like, how would y'all make money? How would they make money?
you're telling me you wouldn't go to that if there was a strip club that was just gay girls and they were just like.
I mean, if we're gonna be
I wouldn't go to
transparent,
that. I don't like strip
a
clubs.
lot of strip clubs, like the girls that work there, they're not like maybe most of them are gay
Most of that is
or
true.
or
bi.
bisexual. Yeah, they
That
can't.
is true.
And they really don't like men. That's why it's easier for them to swindle men out of their life savings or 401k plans. And
I know everybody
feeling
got this,
anything.
but I have some friends who go to the strip club and they feel like the girl likes them because it's easy to feel like the girl likes you. I mean, they're being nice.
they're being nice. They're trained to be
they're
nice.
being
Yeah.
nice, yeah.
And alcohol is involved. Oh man, they're like professional
Swindlers.
That's
Like the
not-
Tinder swindler. They need to make that documentary about like strippers. And
Yeah.
just swindle these men
I
out
mean,
of tons of money.
Wasn't J-Lo in a movie like that?
Oh yeah, she was.
She
Yeah.
was Hustlers.
Hustlers. Yeah.
What's it
And
called?
It was a
And
good
that's
movie.
the watered down version.
Yeah. That are you a strip club guy? You ever DJ'd? Have you lost your rent money? What's
so
up?
I am not a strip club guy on attending because I've DJ'd in strip clubs for a long time. So like I know like how it all boils down, how it breaks down,
How the cookie crumbles.
How the cookie crumbles. That's the term. But also I'm really not into being lied to and like having that be celebrated. Don't get me wrong. If it's I've gone, I think I went for my 23rd birthday or something like that when I was younger. The friends took me there, and maybe after a bad breakup, I went frequently every Thursday and Tuesday night to Sin City. Rest in peace. But outside of that, no, I work too hard.
I was at a strip club one time, I'm not even sure. This place was a strip. I mean, I think it was somebody's like apartment. Like it was not. Granted, I haven't been to a lot of strip clubs, but this does not look like a place that was that you could find on the Better Business Bureau registry.
Okay.
It looked like somebody's basement.
Spare room.
Like if somebody was like, "Yo, what if we built a little strip club type of thing in the basement, but they didn't bother to hire anyone? They just did it off Amazon." That's what it looked like. And I mean, the strippers there, they were nice. It was some nice girls. But it wasn't a lot of guys there. It was like me, and I think I went with like 3 of my friends. I've only been to 3 strip clubs my whole life. 4, 5. 5 my whole life.
15.
But this time, like we walked in and there was not that many guys in there. There was like more strippers to the amount of guys. So we were like hot commodities.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Because they were trying to, pay, for
Light
rent.
bill. Yeah.
So all of my guys, like they had a stripper going, and I was just sitting at the bar. Like I ordered a drink and I was just sitting at the bar. Yeah, I was at the bar, awkward.
Yeah.
And then there was a girl dancing, like she was on the pole, like dancing right in front of me. And I was just watching her, and I had like I had changed like $10 into ones, and I was just watching, and then she was dancing so hard, like she was twerking so hard, and at one point she just stopped and grabbed the water bottle and just started drinking it, and was looking at me, and she was like, "I'm sorry, I'm just so tired," and I was like, "You could just hang out. You don't have to dance this hard.
Work.
Right. You don't have to dance this hard." And then she was like, "Oh my God, thank you." And she got down from the stage and sat across from me in the bar. She was literally just leaning at the bar.
And just hanging?
And we were talking. And she was kind of funny. Every time she said something that was like funny or interesting, I would just give her like an extra $1.
You would tip her to be funny?
And she would just laugh.
Not
she would just laugh. And we talked for like 10 minutes.
That is hilarious.
And it was funny. Yeah.
That's the most
is
darling
hilarious.
thing I've ever heard. I'm cutting that for the cut down.
Well, you know me, Marty. I'm a darling.
But you know what it is too? Strip clubs outside of New York City, like for example, strip clubs in Miami. So this is a long time ago, but I remember the first time I went to a strip club in Miami. And I was used to New York City strip clubs. New York City, they can't get fully naked. Like that, it's like almost like a cabaret.
Legally
they can't.
Yeah,
it's only topless, right? And they have to, be wearing something on the bottom. Then you go to a strip club in Miami where it's 100% nude.
I went to a strip club one time here, bro, where honestly, 2 strip clubs I went to that I was like, this is not good. This is not what my parents wanted from me. I showed up, right? We showed up. This was one here in New York, and this was like a one of those that didn't exactly follow the rules. And my friend wanted to get a lap dance, and the girl, I'm watching him get a lap dance. The girl does the thing where she gets up and is split open like this,
in his
but
face.
but she's not wearing any underwear.
Whoa.
So it's just vag to face action. And then I was like, all right, maybe
we gotta go.
Yeah, I gotta get out.
I gotta get out of here.
I have work on Monday.
But that's how I felt in Miami because where did I go? I think I went to Tootsie's, and I went to Tootsie's right after whatever had happened with Paul George and Tootsie's.
What happened with Paul George and Tootsie's?
I don't want to put his business out there, but let's just say that the stories was that he had gotten a stripper pregnant.
Oh, nice.
In the strip club.
Good for him.
And everybody was judging
PG.
him. They were judging the hell out of him. And it wasn't until I went there, it was like,
I think that's a high honor.
Oh my goodness, I understand.
Yeah. Those are the models.
He needs a break.
Yeah.
Somebody
I knew
needs
it right
to
away.
cut
I've
him.
never been to Tootsie's, and immediately when you told that, I was like, good for him.
Now, the girl who was sweating, right, at what was her name? Luscious or something like that?
Which one?
The one that you were tipping for jokes?
No, she was like Spanish. It was something like, I don't know, like empanada
something
or
like
paella,
that.
something
Okay,
like
all
that.
right. Well, in Miami and Tootsie's, it used to
What,
be.
Marty? What was that face?
Keep going.
It's okay.
The Tootsie's used to be a Costco. It
Was a wholesale.
It used to be.
Oh, okay.
And they took over. So the poles were 100 feet tall.
Oh,
so not only
because they're really talented.
they're
over
really
there.
not only
These are not like
they're,
you can't just go straight.
No, you can't. And not only are they like drop dead gorgeous, but also the upper body strength. They could have been like Simone Biles. How they going all the way and jumping in between poles and stuff. I said, whoa, this is crazy.
No, the amount of strength it takes to do pole dancing
It's
is like a dance class.
It's
now.
ridiculous.
So why don't
That's
you
why
support
she needed
them?
the water.
I do support them.
You said it's not your thing.
To go.
What
to
do you
strip
hate
clubs,
women? Is that what it is?
Would it make you feel better if I went to a strip club?
Please.
I
think
want
we
to.
the
all should
podcast.
go.
I think we should go for the podcast. Let's get.
I mean, but we can't Lizzo it, but we all should go.
No, let's get Hop Studios credit card.
Yeah.
And go for research.
And we should shoot content around that. No, seriously.
We'll
like
do
that's
for
what
research.
everything is, right? Content.
Yeah, we'll get Johan to come.
Yeah.
He'll do sound.
Yeah. We sound waivers.
Yeah.
Right.
And then we'll do a podcast from Tootsie's
That would be incredible.
in Miami.
Anybody want to sponsor?
Now these women are top of the line, right?
High class. I've never seen women like them before.
Yeah?
Like honestly, like
But that's just rappers over
Amazonian.
there, right?
Yeah, I know, but that's the thing. It was a lot of locals too. It was that big. So you know how the male to female ratio at the spot that you went to at the basement spot where it was more guys. I mean, less guys than girls.
Yeah.
That's how it was at Tootsie's. At least the night that I went there. So everybody was working.
See, but here's the problem. You go to a club like that, it's a lot of times it's rappers, basketball players, and drug dealers.
That's very true.
And you know, we have a very successful podcast,
That's the
right? But
trifecta.
we can't hang out
no,
with rappers and drug dealers.
No.
They don't respect money.
they have zero respect for money.
I was at a club one time, at a strip club, and again, I've only been there five times, so some of these stories might interlap.
Yeah.
And a rapper, he was like a rapper. He had to throw at least $40,000.
That is absurd.
Yeah,
That is absurd.
yeah, $40,000.
But you know what? Is it better to throw 40,000 at the strip club or to spend like 60, 70,000 at the club just on bottles? Because I've seen that too.
You seen that?
Yeah. So I used to do security back when I was trying to get my door in DJing.
Really? They let you do security? You're not that big.
Yeah, I know. It's crazy. But back as, you know, you had to leverage everything to get that's far from that. You have to leverage everything to get your foot in the door. And, you know, I used to do security, right? But there was one time I was doing security at, this is going to sound crazy, PhD, pause. And
PhD.
yeah.
Why is that a pause? Oh. Got it.
Yeah.
Got it.
And it was, I used to do security on Thursdays, Fridays, Saturdays.
PhD, that's like a rooftop.
The rooftop, yeah, at the Dream. I don't even know if it's still called that. But long story short.
That's a big spot.
Yeah, it's a big spot. And like, that's where everybody
Yeah.
used to come through, but not just celebrities, but also like, you know, the well-off businessmen and people and things like that.
Yeah.
And how it used to work is that, you know, there were sections, and the section that was closest to the window in the DJ booth, that was the prime section. To get that section was like 10,000. That doesn't include drinks. And then the drinks, you know, they buying Ace of Spade and the biggest, the 1942s. Long story short, because it's such big money being spent, I see the bill. The bill is $75,000 at the end of the night.
If I'm on a rooftop partying and you bring me the bill and it's $75,000, I jump off the roof.
Okay.
That's how I pay it.
There's nothing else to be said after that.
I jump off the roof.
I understand you completely.
Ironically, not
Yeah.
even like
$75,000.
one time. My uncle used to own a club here in Harlem that was very popular in the 2000 teens. It was called Hudson River Cafe.
Oh yeah.
My cousin used to own it actually.
Oh yeah.
And so when I used to go there a lot in my 20s, you know, and my cousin owned it, so I was like, I got to see like backstage, and you know, I was behind the scenes. I was in the owner's box. I was behind the scenes, and one night I saw a dude order. He was there was like a couple of celebrities there. I think Fab was there. There's a couple celebrities there, and this one dude, from what I hear, he was, you know, he was in the drug game.
Kingpin.
Yeah, and this dude ordered. He ordered like the one of the bottle girls came to the back, and she was like to my cousin who was the owner. She was like, this guy, he ordered like 20 bottles of champagne,
Mm-hmm.
which was like $30,000.
Mm-hmm.
She was like, but he wanted everybody to bring out the bottle, like with sparklers. Like they all had to come with sparklers. So they had to like make a meeting. I think I had to bring out a bottle. Everyone had to, it was all hands on deck to bring this man his bottles.
His bottles.
And his section was honestly like maybe 3 guys.
Oh my goodness.
And
So
they
he was
bought about 30,
just
20
flexing.
bottles.
Just to flex.
Just flex, baby.
Just to flex. Okay.
Big flex.
I had a great time at Hudson River Cafe.
Yeah.
This
the west
was
side.
Yeah, on the west side. In 2011.
Yeah.
That was my first time there. That was the first time, I was still a young pup. I was still, I was fresh off of a sidekick. I had just got a BlackBerry, so I didn't,
Nice.
I wasn't fully in adulthood.
Days.
Yeah,
I just got an iPhone. In 2011.
yeah,
I got
exactly.
my first iPhone.
So I was in there, and that's the first time I had gone against like a cougar. At that time, my game was basically like college women, maybe just out of college. This was the first time I'm going against, not
In
going
2011?
against 2011.
That's young. You got into it young.
But
It took me years. I had to get on TV to move up to Cougars.
This wasn't successful. This is just by interaction.
But even that's more impressive than successful. The fact that you had the courage.
No. She came to me because I was tall. She was just like, "Oh, you're tall and handsome." I was just like, hi, because I didn't know it was so aggressive.
How tall were you in 2011?
I think I was about 6'3".
Oh, 6'4". You got shorter now.
Yeah, I think so. So. She asked me how old I am. I think I'm 21. Like I'm still in school.
You got no business with a grown woman.
No business. She was just like, she laughed at me. I never been let down so hilariously before. She laughed at me. She said, "Oh boy, I got stretch marks that are older than you." I said,
she does.
Wow. So I think I want to take.
How old was she, you think?
She was in her 40s.
40s.
Yeah, she was in her 40s. I would like to take this time out to shout out to all of the women out there with stretch marks.
Love them. Shout out
Anybody who is in a relationship with a woman with stretch marks, go get some cocoa butter or some shea butter. Just rub the stretch marks down. You got to show your women appreciation.
Yeah, no. Yeah. It's nice.
Of course.
What do you think? Have I asked you this? What was the biggest gap of age difference?
I think so, but
Did we do that?
I think I was definitely in my 20s and 20 to 40, like 40, upper 40s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What?
9.
Oh, I think when I was 22, I think I said this. I went on a couple dates with a girl who was like 35, 34, and I was like,
yeah, that's
like,
a gap.
I was like,
that's a gap.
I can't believe this.
Yeah,
I can't believe this.
Yeah.
I mean, when I was born, she was what?
A
15,
person? Yeah.
14, 15.
A whole person?
It's kind of hot.
Yeah.
What?
It's kind of hot.
She was 16 years old
when you were born.
Yeah.
I don't know about you. And I'm
Yeah.
feeling 22.
Yeah, man. So I went to this one strip club. This was in Canada. Canadian strip clubs are different because
different.
they don't have rules or
No
laws.
rules whatsoever.
No, I went to this one strip club when I was on the road. Again, I've only been to 5. Some of these stories into lap. And I was on the road. And dude, this was like, I did a show. I was opening for my friend Aaron Berg, he's a comedian.
Shout out to Aaron.
Yeah, and he's funny white guy, funny white dude. And I only bring up the fact that he's white because he used to be a stripper.
He was a male stripper?
Yeah, he was a male stripper. He's jacked. He's a great dude. So he kind of was schooling me to the game of like strip club culture and all that. So we got invited to this strip club that was across town. Again, he's Canadian, but he lives in New York now, so he hasn't been in that life for a while. So we were like, all right, let's go check it out. But it was not even like he's married. It wasn't even like that. It was more of an educational thing because he used to be in the game and he kind of wanted to see where the game was at since he left it. So we go across town, like they drive us across town to go to the strip club. When I tell you, we walked in, it was the most ghettoest strip club. I mean, it was ratchet. Rachetta, boy. It was like, I mean, some girls looked like they had just got shot. Like they were recovering from like a wound. It looked like it was a lot of wounds. Like I couldn't really tell. It just felt like I feel like it feels woundy.
It felt dangerous.
Yeah. Like it felt like it was gonna be a shootout at any moment. Any moment it was gonna be a shootout. Like the girls was like arguing with each other on stage.
Wow.
It was not a great experience. That was probably the last time I went to a strip club. We left like pretty early on, but we didn't want to walk in and leave because we was in the hood and he was like a white guy. He didn't want to make it seem like he got like scared. Yeah. So we hung out for a little bit, but then we was like, all right, we got to get out of here.
Do you know Dante Nero?
Of course. It's my guy.
He was a stripper too.
Yeah. And a pimp.
And a pimp.
Yeah.
And I, shout out to Dante Nero, Brooklyn. But like, some of his stories were, this is ridiculous.
Yeah, Dante's a wild boy.
Dante's a wild boy. Can we get Dante over here?
Yeah, well, Dante will do it. Yeah,
that's fire.
I've done his podcast many times.
Yeah.
Dante's my guy. He's a wild boy.
Wild.
Yeah.
The story, I'm talking about like a stripper in the 90s. A male stripper in the 90s. It's crazy.
And then a pimp.
So. In the 90s.
Yeah, so he got...
In Brooklyn.
He got some stories. Yeah.
That's a crazy...
Yeah. I'll get Dante on.
Yeah, definitely.
Dante's a wild dude.
Do we have questions? You want to...
Marty, you got some questions?
From the
What are the people saying? What are the public saying?
I do.
Shout out to everybody. Somebody tagged us. They was like thanking us for answering their questions.
That's a fact, yeah.
I think her name was Party.
Yeah.
Shout out.
Shout out to all the adulterers. I'm doing the shador.
Would you guys kill me if I peed really quick?
No, you're not really needed. But are we
Can we pause?
Are we pausing?
I'm just gonna let it keep recording, and I'm gonna pee, and then I'm gonna run back.
But we need the question.
Oh yeah.
This is the time you choose to go.
That's what happens when you play water sports, right? It just hits you, or have you been holding it for a little bit?
I don't think you asked me for a question. Okay.
Or could you just give us the questions? I'll read.
I'm gonna give you the question.
I'm saying give me the thing and go.
Okay. I can read it. This one's pertaining to what you were just talking about. Okay, here's the subject. Do you date a girl if a girl is 8 years older than you? I mean, is like a cougar older than you?
Yes.
And then she has a second part that says, what is the name of like a guy that's like 1,000 years old but dates girls that are like 10 years younger than him? Like, is there a name for that?
Leonardo DiCaprio?
Yeah.
Like someone who's like in their 50s but
A successful man? There's a name for that?
A
successful man? Wait, could you just give me the DMs? I want to read the DMs to the Adulthood Pod.
Is that your personal phone? Is that why you
never
refuse to give it up?
It is my first.
I just want to see the Adulthood Pod.
Can you screenshot it and send it or put it on the board?
Yeah, here you go. You've never logged in? I sent you the login.
No, you never send it to me.
I sent you the
No.
login.
So wait. What was the question?
What's the name for an older gentleman that dates down?
Okay. By the way, don't cut this out. Do you date girl? Would you date a girl that's 8 years older than you?
Yes.
Yeah. Why wouldn't you?
Why wouldn't you?
And what's a man who dates down?
Silver fox.
A silver fox.
Silver-haired
yeah,
fox.
men be dating down.
That's what happens all the time.
Drop your latest suggestion. Okay. Yeah. What? So we already said the oldest you did. Now you're out the game. I know that. But what's the oldest? What's the oldest you will go?
I mean, it just depends. Like if she's Halle Berry, looking like Halle Berry, keeping it together, I'll go as old
How
as
old is
it has
Halle
to
Berry?
get. I know she's in her 50s. I think so, like 55, something like that.
She's like 55. Right?
Yeah, like 55.
Yeah.
You know what's her name? Angela Bassett. I think she's pushing 60. I don't know. I don't know if I could do 60 though. That's kind of
Salma Hayek.
How old is Salma Hayek?
Salma Hayek is, I think, pushing 60.
I'm in there.
Sofia Vergara.
In there.
Somebody asks, knowing yourself, do you see divorce in your future? I actually have a joke about this. I have a one-off joke where I randomly say, like, I say, I think I'm gonna get a divorce, and people's like, and I'm like, I'm not married. I'm just saying, in general, when the time comes, I could see that happening.
Do you want to get married?
I don't want to get divorced. Yeah,
no, do you want to get married?
Yeah, I want to get married.
Yeah.
How about you?
Yes, absolutely. 1000%.
Yeah, I want to get married. I'm old school, man.
Yeah,
I'm old school like that. I don't want. I want to get married, and I don't want to get divorced. I'm from that school of like where once you get married, you're just miserable forever.
That's it, and you figure it out. And
hey, just wanted to thank you guys and let you know that I laugh so much and listen to the Adulthood Pod all the time when I'm walking my dog. The three of you, who are the three of us?
Me and Marty.
I don't think she's talking about Marty. The three of you really make a hilarious balanced mix, so I hope Ian doesn't quit. Well, it's coming. Here's a question for the podcast. If you can answer.
It's coming.
I thought of this after you were talking about how aggressive women are when they wingman.
We answered that one.
We answered that.
Yeah.
because that's Partis. Shout out.
What was I
Partis.
gonna say? Big shout out to all the people who say that they laugh like a fool when they listen to us. You know what I mean? That's the highest compliment that you can get. You know, we are not responsible if you're drinking water or any type of beverage while you're listening to us and you happen to spit it out and mess up your iPhone 15 or any type of electronics. But, you know, keep listening and keep laughing.
You know what I love about the Adulthood pod?
Talk to
like
me.
now that I'm looking at the DMs,
Talk to me.
it's men lovers too.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
For sure.
I appreciate that. Marty, if you come in camera, what are you gonna do here? Are you gonna edit this out?
If I come into camera,
Yeah, 'cause you're gonna-
can't see me if I walk this way.
Yeah.
You see the back of it.
All right.
I'm gonna switch to, if I'm in the wide, it's gonna switch to you.
All right.
And
Okay.
It's gonna switch to
Okay.
you. You don't want my pee break edited out?
No,
No,
that was funny.
that's hilarious.
No, I think it's funny, and also part of the Adulthood pod, we don't do edits.
We break the fifth wall.
Yeah.
Yo,
Why do you keep saying fifth? Oh, all right, because there was another pod where you said fifth. I'm like, did you know that there's only 4 walls? Okay.
Snow, you recorded.
We did?
What? Recorded what?
What?
You recorded like yourself talking.
Oh, please delete that. You don't want to hear what we said. Please don't listen to that later.
I almost sent it to someone named Cheyenne.
What's up,
Oh, I
Cheyenne?
know Cheyenne. Shout out Cheyenne. She
Shout
works
out
at
Cheyenne.
Comedy Club.
Yeah.
Yeah, shout out Shay. But yeah, this you know what? We've been talking about I guess we went on strip clubs the whole thing. We might as well just stay on the strip club.
On the strippies?
Have you now in your life have you DJ'd that one?
Yeah.
You
all
have?
the time. Mhm.
What's that like?
It's actually kind of weird.
Yeah.
Not weird, but it's in the sense of it's not like nightclub DJing because you're DJing for basically the girls, you know. So I consider myself, I guess that's going too far, but an employee because they make more money, they're happy, and they tip out more. So it was just like
They
okay,
tip the DJ?
yeah.
Oh, how does
So
that work?
It works where like if you call them to the stage and you know you get them excited and they start like really dancing and then people start you know actually tipping and throwing a lot of dollars, then they just come and like they make it rain on you.
Now, what is it? Is it like food service where it's like 10, 15, 20%? Is it like
There's no actual number. It's just how they feeling and how much they made.
now if a girl doesn't tip out how you want her to tip out, next time is she up? Are you like playing her Adele
Or skipping over her. Yeah.
you got that power?
Yeah, because if you call and you don't come to the stage, now I look like an asshole. Like, you know, calling Delicious to the stage, and it, like sometimes the girls they don't want to come to the stage because it's not.
Yeah, no, but I mean
popping.
like hypothetically, like let's say like when I went, like if you call the girl who was dancing for me, you know, like it's like Paella to the stage and Paella comes and she dances and makes a ton of money. Like you see like the money's going crazy, but then on the tip out, she gives you like $20.
That's cool.
Is that fine?
Yeah, there's no set rate. It's like it's cool. Period. That you just you know.
But I
giving
think
us some bread.
Paella should be tipping more.
If Paella made like $1,000 and she's only tipping out 20,
That's what I'm saying.
That's a problem. But the thing is, Paella, Empanada, aioli, all of them when they on stage and they make a lot of money, like strippers are also the most generous because they're like the Fed. They just print money, especially if
I want to marry a stripper.
You should,
Yeah,
especially if their body is ridiculous.
aioli. That's
Yeah.
a good stripper name.
Yeah,
Aioli.
it's basically mayonnaise remix.
Creamy.
Yeah. Aioli is just garlic mayonnaise. It's the mayo remix.
I hate aioli. I feel like restaurants are getting too aioli
Fancy?
friendly,
Bro, they
like they putting aioli on everything.
On
like, I
everything.
don't want aioli on my wings.
or on my French toast. Like,
Yeah.
why is this happening?
They're getting aioli happy,
They got the aioli out of here.
and no one's is talking about this.
Except for the
Yeah.
Adulthood pod.
No
Ladies
one's
and
bringing up
gentlemen,
the issues.
it's ridiculous.
Now, at these strip clubs, can you go backstage? Are you oiling these women up?
No,
Are you helping
that's-
them put on their G-string? What's going on?
That's a little bit too far. I stay to my domain. I'm in the DJ booth, and then after I'm done, I'm leaving. I'm at the exit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, you're a big guy. Do you ever have to like do security too?
No.
Relatively big.
Absolutely not.
No?
I refuse. No.
No?
Security is not fun, especially in places like that where like
No, when men are horny.
yeah, exactly. Like
It's nothing worse than doing horny security.
But like imagine bounce like your dude that he bounced. He probably, he was probably like, at attention. So now
was
I got
horny.
Yeah, no, but
That's what I'm
like,
saying.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm not trying to touch no dude while he's up. Like
Yeah.
that's crazy.
Yeah. Doing security for horny men is like
It's
probably
ridiculous. It's the craziest thing in the world.
not- yeah. That I could see that being a problem
Yep.
for many.
The-
Now, are these like I assume, I mean, it's like any other workplace. Are the girls friends? Are they enemies? Are they fighting? Are they making out? What's going on?
There is a lot of beef. They're very territorial.
Yeah.
There is a lot of cliques. You know, some of the girls don't fuck with a lot of the girls. Some of the girls, but it's weird because there's a hierarchy and like so.
Who's at the top?
The girl who has the biggest ass.
Yeah, that's how I rank them too.
That's how it goes. But it depends because you know some strip clubs, you know, you got Billy Bob. They're not really into ass.
Yeah, Billy Bob doesn't like ass.
No, they want the girl next door.
Billy Bob's is a boobs guy.
Yeah, boobs guy with the girl next door.
Yeah,
and Tayshawn and Tremaine.
No, they want ass.
And Vladimir, you know, Dominican Vladimir.
Yeah,
they
Dominican
want
Vlad from the Bronx.
Ass. Que lo que.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's so interesting, like, cause when I went to like the white strip club in Canada, it's very different about like who's the top there.
The top dog.
Yeah, like
who's the top dog over there?
What they like you said, it's just like the girl next door, blonde, some girl that like Marty would date. That's how they.
Okay.
That's how they.
That's what they.
What I assume, what I assume is Marty's type.
Marty, what is your type? Should we say like? Are we?
That assumption was made.
What I assume a girl Marty would bring home for Christmas.
What is your type?
I don't think I have one.
So you're full spectrum dater.
Well, like I guess historically, like
it's been the girl next door.
No, well, historically, my left, like she had short hair, like so not
blonde.
Not blonde.
No, she had short
brunette,
blue hair.
Blue, yeah, I should have guessed.
Body
that.
type. What
was I thinking? What was I thinking? Thinking that you dated somebody with normal hair. Blue makes a lot more sense.
Blue,
like a Smurf.
Blue, and then it would be like purple sometimes.
Of course,
that makes sense.
Of course,
that definitely
all
makes
the colors.
sense. Yeah,
neon maybe. Yeah.
Mostly blue because blue is my favorite color.
Okay.
So.
See, that's such a. I feel like if your girl told you pink was her favorite color and you dyed your hair pink, she would be like, "What the hell are you doing?"
She'd leave.
Yeah.
The same day.
But it's so funny how that's like romantic.
It's accepted.
Like, if I showed up with blue hair,
colored hair,
what the fuck are you doing?
What are you doing? Get out of here. Are you going? What are you going through?
Yeah. I'd be really excited.
Well, I'm saying that's what I'm saying. It's like different. That's why like you ever heard? Because I heard about. You would hear this growing up, right? Like if you come from an Italian family, right? They'll be like, "Oh my," or a Jewish family, be like, "Oh, my family wants me to marry a Jewish person. My family wants me to marry an Italian person." And I never really looked at it as like a racial thing. I looked at it more of like it's just the norms. You just want somebody that's close to your norms
and familiar.
Right? Yeah, like
absolutely.
You don't want somebody, you don't want somebody coming home with somebody with blue hair if you're not from that. Arena,
that tribe, the blue hair tribe. Yeah, that's
true. You're not from the arena of blue haired people,
like with Smurfs.
Yeah,
she had blue hair and a Pokemon tattoo.
Where
was her name? Marge?
No, she had Ivysaur on her leg.
Did she like the botanical gardens?
She did like the botanical gardens.
Ivysaur. Come on now, I've been around.
Yeah. Now,
have you ever? Oh, I'm sorry. Have you ever dated someone with blue hair?
No, absolutely not. I would never associate myself with somebody who had blue hair.
Okay.
I'm kidding. I have. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I have. But she was doing it ironically. I feel like this girl, she was serious about it.
I had blue hair for a little bit.
Yeah.
You're unfortunately associating yourself with me.
Yeah. No, I dated I dated a girl who had blue hair. I feel actually she had for sure. Yeah, she had a blue hair. She had a blue weave.
I think but
I have a blue weave, Marty?
No.
No?
Marty, you had a lace front?
What do you have against weaves? You don't think women should wear weaves? You heard it here first. Marty thinks women should wear their real hair all the time.
I'm engaging with you. No, I don't think that.
Oh, man. But I feel like colored hair is fine for women.
Colored hair.
I know, that's crazy. It's fine for women.
That's what I called the weaves.
Yeah.
Colored hair is fine for women. But now men do it. Kanye had the orange hair.
Looking like the Golden Knights,
and Chris Brown.
D-Wade did it.
Chris Brown had pink hair. He looks cool.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, I'm spilling the water.
Oh man.
But at these strip now, when you at these strip, you ever seen like one of the strippers like leave with a guy? Is that happening?
Honestly, man, like I'm so
business.
I'm so business oriented. By
Yeah.
that time that's happening, I'm already out the door.
Yeah.
Like once we call final call and like, yo, last song, that's it. I pack up. Good night.
Yeah.
I'm out. I'm not watching like any other. I don't get paid for that.
Yeah, I have a group of friends, which, by the way, all of my friends that like I tell these stories about now, they're all in their 30s and they're now married
with-
and raising children, going to private school.
So don't tag them.
Yeah, don't start looking up these guys and ruin
like,
their life at
wait,
parent teacher conference.
Hold on, Mr.
Yeah.
Lemisol?
Are you the guy? Yeah, don't do this.
Like, no,
do
don't
not
do
do
that.
this.
Yeah.
Let them live their life. This was a
In
past
peace.
life that they used to live.
Yeah.
But I used to have a group of friends that they used to love to go to strip clubs, and for some reason they enjoyed taking the stripper to breakfast. Like when the club would let out, they loved like a diner, a IHOP with the strippers. Yeah, that was like their thing.
That was their thing. That was
Yeah.
their go-to.
Well, they
You
would
gotta
be
feed-
like,
they gotta eat.
Well, they would like tip you well, and they would be like, "You want pancakes after this?" For some reason, strippers want pancakes.
They just worked 6 hours doing
Yeah.
core Pilates.
Yeah, I don't want to be controversial, but strippers
Love
like
pancakes. That's a
They
t-shirt.
like eating pancakes. They like diners.
I think that's an Adulthood Pod t-shirt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't come for me though.
No. Please.
Marty, you're gonna clip that, and I'm gonna get
All the strippers.
I'm gonna get attacked. They're gonna be like, not all of us love pancakes. Some of us like French toast.
waffles, cheap ass. Yeah.
You ever thought about stripping? Because you're like a
I thought about it.
yeah.
Yeah. It didn't go too well.
What?
No, I'm just
What? You no? You did or you didn't? Because I know a couple male
No, I
strippers.
didn't. I didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure you probably got solicited.
Once or twice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, I could probably strip, but I'm like the novelty stripper. I think I'm like the
You're like the opening act.
ironic. Yeah, yeah. I'm the ironic guy that they hire. Like, look who we got for your look who we got for your party. And she's like, why would you get this guy?
Yeah.
And they're like, he's cute and funny. He's funny. Say some stuff. I'm the ironic stripper.
You know what? Shout out to the strippers because they also have to put their personal feelings aside and like their personal attraction and make the person who they're dancing for entertaining feel that they're 100% attracted to them. I think that would probably be my problem. Where it's just
Yeah,
like,
especially some of these guys. Because I mean, I look at some of these guys, I'm like, how are you not whispering into their ear, you're disgusting.
disgusting. Don't
You
touch
look
me.
Disgusting.
Just give me all your money and leave.
Yeah. You look disgusting.
Yeah.
A woman like me would never touch you aside
Or
from
even
this
look at you.
financial transaction that
And
we're doing.
we're definitely not
Shout out to the
getting
guys that
pancakes.
look disgusting and be at strip clubs.
That's
though.
a fact because they keep the lights open.
Yeah. No,
and
they're good
y'all not
people.
getting no pancakes.
They're good people.
Yeah.
You know that there's a big market for what's the word?
Fish?
Little people strippers.
Oh.
This is like a big thing.
That's a phenomenon.
Yeah, my friend was trying to hire one for like a bachelorette party because they're like the novelty act. You couldn't get one. They're all booked.
They're booked
They're booked
in advance.
for the year.
When I was doing security at this spot called Turtle Bay, it doesn't even exist anymore.
Was that for little people?
No, it was
Oh.
a big person place, but like they had a little person stripper come and dance on the bar.
Little people strip like I did not know that this market was like this.
It's huge.
but
It's
my
huge.
friend was trying to hire. She told me she was trying to hire a little person stripper, and she said she went to the she called up. She went on like I don't know Craigslist. I don't know where you hire them, but she called them and she was like, yeah, I want to get like I want to hire like a little person to come strip for my friend's bachelorette party. And the guy was like, oh, when do you want it? And she was like, oh, like this weekend. It was like a Monday. She's like, I want it this weekend. And the guy was like, are you kidding me? Like, who do you think you are?
Who do you think you
you're
are?
the president? That
You
you would
just
get a little
call
person
it
stripper for Friday?
on dial.
She was like, what do you mean? She's like, these guys are booked out till
6
the
months.
spring.
Yeah.
Like, This is like a big market.
Now I have a question,
Please.
and I hope I don't get canceled for this question.
No,
but like this
no,
is
we don't cancel
genuine
people here.
curiosity.
This is an
You
educational
know
health
how
and
there's
wellness
like
podcast.
Christian mingle and like Jewish meet, JewishDate.com, and then like there's all of these like real niche dating sites.
Of course.
Is there like a littlepeoplemeet.com?
Of course there is.
And then if you're a big person, if you go on there, like, do you get rejected out? Like, what is it? Plenty of Fish? What's the
Are
one
you saying
that's-
are there tall people shaming?
Yeah, or like I mean, like, if you go into that area, are you gonna get rejected because you don't meet the qualifications?
Well, I'm not an expert on this, but I think, look, if you were on the Little People Meet website trying to meet little people, they'll probably be like, get out of here.
Okay,
This is our thing.
Okay.
If I were on it, they might be
Welcome
like,
home.
well,
What took you so long to get here?
Well, I think they would be more. I think they would be more understanding.
Okay.
I don't know if they'll welcome me in as one of theirs, but I think they would be a little more understanding.
Okay. All right.
But you
Totally barred.
at 5'11", they're like, what is he
barred.
doing?
I'm barred.
What is he doing here?
Okay. Yeah. All right.
Now, hypothetically speak, I don't know how you ended up here, but we ended up here. But
yeah.
could you
date a little person? Yeah. Yes, absolutely.
Some of them be thick.
That's what I was going. The proportions.
Yeah.
Because it's
Yeah. I follow a page
with the thickness.
Yeah. Thick little people on Instagram. Thick with 2 C's. And it's thick 2 C's Lil L-I-L. Yeah, people. It's a good page.
That's amazing.
Shout out thick little people, doc.
See, and this is why they would welcome you with open arms.
Well, you know us, man. We're all about supporting and
everybody
and being positive.
Yep.
Positive about it. I don't know the things.
Yeah, all of it.
Everything that
all
doesn't help you get canceled.
Body positivity.
There you
Yes,
go.
there
That's why we got Marty.
And shout out to all of the big girls too. You know what I mean?
Why we shouting them out?
Because
just in general.
Just in general. We shouting out all the ladies, the big girls.
Giving them random shout outs.
You gotta shout out the big girls, shout out the little girls, the thick girls, the slim girls. You know what's my favorite? All of y'all.
All of them.
Yes.
Yeah. Marty, would you date a little person?
Why? We're so close in. We're so close to landing the plane without getting more information.
I think the people want to know. I think when this podcast airs, we're gonna go big in the little people community.
Huge.
Little.
I don't discriminate against people. I have nothing against anyone.
That's
Date
right.
all the people.
Why, if you discriminate against a little person, is discrimination, but if you discriminate against a guy who's like 5'6", that's fine.
Rejection.
Why is that?
Why did I say?
Because nobody cares about men.
I don't discriminate against a guy who's 5'6".
No, not you per se.
Just society.
But like society.
Oh, because it's been out of balance for so long. Like
what has?
Like I don't know. Dudes that are 5'6" have been like the upper. Have gotten. I don't know the words I'm trying to say.
I've gotten away with murder.
Yeah, for so long. Nothing you do.
They need to be put in their place. You say?
Marty is letting it go. She's
there.
Chatting.
You go.
Yeah, she's really chatting right now.
This is the uncensored Marty.
Adulthood after dark.
Oh yeah, uncensored Mard.
Yep.
I'm googling you right now to try to find your height.
Mine?
Yeah.
I'll tell you my height.
Oh, okay.
It's not a secret.
5'3".
I'm 5'7".
You're 5'7"?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's not what the internet says.
What does it say?
It says 5'11".
I think that's the wrong me, or either that's the wrong me, or my publicist is earning her money. Shout out Pam.
Is she gassing?
Yeah,
oh, wow. Shout out to Pam.
Listen, say what you want. I don't care, but more famous, successful celebrities are my height than your height.
Your height and smaller.
Yeah, than your height. Like,
yeah,
it's just like you, The Rock. Who else?
Kevin Durant.
Yeah, I mean athletes for sure.
Oh, okay. Oh, you talk about just celebrities.
Yeah,
okay,
like,
it's me, The Rock. I think the game is kind of tall.
The game's tall.
Will Smith.
Will's
he's
tall.
like what, 6'1"?
Yeah, he's like 6'1".
And that's it.
Do people ever meet you and say, "Oh, you're
a lot taller than I expected"?
Taller or shorter?
I get people be like I'm shorter than they expected. I mean, I get both. I get people be like I'm shorter than they expected, and sometimes people be like you're not that short. But a lot of times, I'm gonna be honest. A lot of times, the people that say this is just girls. That's just them trying to flirt.
Yeah,
like it's just their way to trying to flirt. Like dudes never say that. Dudes be coming up to me like, "Yo,
what's up, man?
What's up, bro?"
Yeah,
but it's just women don't know how to flirt because they never have to flirt.
They don't.
They always just have guys pursuing them, so they think they can just come up to you and say anything.
Whatever.
So that's what they say.
And you're supposed to just say yes.
But flirting is so easy. Never mind. We can cut this
I'd
out.
like to see you in action, Marty. I'd like to see you flirting at a bar after a couple drinks. Like, hey, baby girl, you ever thought about dyeing your hair blue?
Oh, God.
With the
I think I'm having a heart attack. You ever get chest pains?
Yeah.
All right, so that's normal. What is that about?
Did you work out?
No.
It might be a pulmonary.
Embolism.
Pulmonary artery. Yeah, you might want to get that checked out.
Yeah, I'll get that checked out.
Yeah, we're gonna land the plane.
Let's land this plane.
This was a great episode, man. You guys are getting gifts for free.
Yeah, man. We did a strip club talk. Strip talk, baby.
We didn't even touch the topics.
You know we talked that strip talk. We'll do that next
Oh,
episode.
you know we took that strip talk. That strip talk.
Let's title this episode Strip Talk.
Great.
Thank you guys for listening, man.
Thank
Buckle
you.
up. It's time to land the plane. Put your seats up.
Yep.
We're clear for landing.
Yep.
This has been another episode 27 of the Adulthood podcast. Thank you guys for listening. Continue to send us DMs. I'm gonna get the password to this
to this page,
to this IG, and I'm gonna get active on this page. I'm gonna get out there. The podcast, we're still growing. What are we growing at? 13%, 15% per month?
17.5.
17.5.
Oh, that's fire. That's
every month.
You know,
we
that
continue to
kind
grow.
of rate of return, that's almost like a Ponzi scheme. We doing it.
We continue to grow, baby.
Okay.
Which is
right.
what's important. And we're only doing this because y'all love us and y'all keep sharing us and y'all keep telling other people to listen to us.
December, Toronto, right?
Yeah.
I think we should have the adulterers come to Toronto.
And have a live pod in Toronto.
Yeah.
Look, if we get big enough, we'll do the live pod.
I think we should do that.
We're only missing about 50,000 more listeners.
That's it.
Yeah. And that could happen overnight.
Literally.
That could literally happen overnight.
We just need one of those moments, right?
Shout out to all the bros. Shout out to all the dames. Shout out all of y'all for listening and supporting. This is the Adulthood Pod. I'm DJ APM.
I'm Ian Lara.
Later.
Good night.